Welcome to Subramani. I'm going to talk to you about the kind of questions which people ask on social media and the kind of replies that they get, and I don't know how useful it is. How do you expect anybody to come and say, my friend recently had a heart attack, what should we do, right? You don't expect to hear that, right? But financial advice, people will ask anything, and the worst thing is, not only people ask whatever they want, amazing number of people will even reply to that. So here is a question which says, a friend is a few months away from retirement. He wishes to invest 20% of the corpus in stocks post retirement for regular income. Completely new and knows nothing about stocks, and says he is confident because I am with him. My best wishes advice was not to risk the corpus. What is your advice? So this is a good question to ask, because you want to know how people think. This is not something, I don't think the person who is asking this question is interested in using all this stuff, but look at the kind of answers which people give. People are so confident in the answers they give, that to me is very shocking. That is the fault which many people find with my YouTube channel, saying, you're not saying go and buy Reliance today at 2,300, it will go to 2,600. I don't know. There are people who know it. You should be visiting those channels where they know that Reliance is worth buying at 2,300 and selling it at 2,600, right? My price could be wrong. I'm just giving an example. Or somebody who says, oh, I think Prism Cement is a great buy at 127, you should buy it at 127 and you will be able to sell it at 721. Whatever, I have no clue, no long-term view, no short-term view. I don't have a view on the market. I have view on particular stocks which I own. That's all. So to me, that is not, sorry, I'm digressing, but look at the answers that he's got. If he wishes to leave a fortune for the next generation, that he should invest in Reliance, Tata, and ITC stocks, right? So Tata, I have no clue what it means, whether it is Tata Metallics, whether it is Tata Steel, whether it is TCS, Tata Motors, nothing but just Tata and Reliance. Reliance, I'm assuming it is going to be Reliance Industries, because other Reliance companies are really not even visible. So, but for his own money, he should keep it in FD. So what he wants to give to his children, he should invest in these three stocks. Tata, I don't know what it means, Reliance and ITC, right? These are three stocks in which he should invest. And then somebody says the nest corpus should not be disturbed. If he gets enough income from his investment and has a surplus, then he should consider doing a SIP into a large cap fund. I don't know whether this is good advice, bad advice, but this advice is also there. Then there is some advice which is perfectly correct, but I do not know whether it is doable. Look at this advice. Well, it depends on his risk appetite, which is true. It's a good idea to have equity exposure, provided one can survive long duration of negative or no returns, which is also true from the market. Saying 10 years of money in an emergency corpus, this is also true, but what should he do? That's not very clear. Then somebody says 3 years of expense adjusted for inflation should be in bank. I'm assuming bank FD or bank savings bank account, whatever. Additionally, whatever might be his expense plus some should be in fixed income products, which I think is like senior citizen savings scheme or stuff like that, and then invest from there, which is not tax efficient, but being conservative here, and wait on the sidelines for correction for the long period of time. Again, what is correction? When will the market go down? How long it will remain there? None of that. So these are not answers which you can use. Yes, these answers are not wrong, but how is this implementable? What does it mean? What if I tell you market at 60,000, 62,000 is very high, you wait for it to go down? How much down? When will it go? Will it remain there? Should I enter at 55? Should I enter at 54? Should I enter at 57? Or should I enter at 48? Right, you need specific answers which only an advisor can give. You cannot get it in general. So what is likely is you will turn to some YouTuber or some group and say, oh, everybody is buying ITC, I can't go wrong, so you go and buy ITC. When everybody is buying, it's good fun, it is euphoria. Then you say, look, there is this free Telegram group which I joined and I made so much money. I bought ITC and it has gone up. When ITC is going down and everybody is selling, then you better panic very early, sell off very early as soon as you meet your target or something that you have, right? It's very difficult to use all this advice and actually implement it. Another question to ask is how much of tolerance you have to drawdowns. Once every 5-year periods, high probability that the index should beat bonds. Over a 5-year period, it should beat bonds. If India grows at 6%, so if it does not need cash flow for at least 5 years, you should consider some of it in equities. I think he's considering only what he can afford to lose, but whatever. Being in the same boat, my suggestion is invest only in high quality, large cap, high dividend liquid companies. I have no clue what this means. Give him risk based understanding. It surely gives better returns than FD returns than you can get. Stocks are only for those who have time and skills and patience. It's not meant for everyone. Investing in the thing is, suddenly on social media you find everybody turning to be investment advisors and being able to give investment advice. Far more importantly, people take it, and some of these people have a huge subscriber base where they conduct class, and I have no clue how you will use all that data, all the gyan that you are getting, right? So somebody says invest only in mutual funds, somebody says invest in do an SIP only in again only in mutual funds. He's not saying index funds or ETF or something like that. His wishes are right. Then wishes to invest in equities for regular income based on his intent. Even with the highest good safety of capital, dividend income will not possibly be more than 3 to 3.5% of a portfolio. So it's not enough. So he should sit with him and get more clarity about how he wants to invest. Invest 30% in equity mutual funds, 5 years expenses and fixed deposits, and senior citizen saving scheme, etc. for the balance. If he has no debt and the rest 80% are in low risk assets, that's also fine. Also, choice of equity matters. Should stick to large cap and or mutual funds. Stay away from small and micro caps because you don't have any prior knowledge of equities. Equity exposure is required for long-term returns and beating inflation. I would suggest putting part of the corpus in hybrid equity funds and of large fund houses, and this could help reduce annual tax outgo compared to putting all money in FD. Maybe this is a little old idea. I don't know. Lot of people who give advice, that is good to invest, good to invest in high quality businesses with a current dividend yield of 2.5% and expect a growth of at least 8 to 10% CAGR. Wow. Best way for a retired person to invest is to put in conservative hybrid fund. He'll get 6 to 8%, 4% withdrawal via SWP. Conservative hybrid fund has about 10% in equity. Well, only blue chip dividend stocks. Wow, this is amazing. Only blue chip dividend stocks like Nestle, Infosys, Hindustan Unilever, PG, Procter and Gamble, TCS, etc., where there is less risk. Of course, he says, disclaimer, I don't have any of this. I'm not giving any advice. Well, you saw the kind of answers that a person is getting when he is about to retire. So first is amazing that a person who is about to retire should come to the web and ask for solutions from people whom he doesn't know, from people whom he doesn't know anything about. God bless him, more importantly. Thank you.